हम सभी एक साझी प्रतिबद्धता से जुड़े हैं। ग्लोबल नेट जीरो के लक्ष्यों की प्राप्ति के लिए सरकार और इंडस्ट्री की पार्टनरशिप ये बहुत जरूरी है और इंडस्ट्रियल इनोवेशन एक अहम कैटलिस्ट है। धरती के सुरक्षित भविष्य के लिए लीडरशिप ग्रुप फॉर इंडस्ट्री ट्रांजिशन यानी LeadIT सरकारों और इंडस्ट्री की पार्टनरशिप का एक सफल उदाहरण है। 2019 में शुरू किया गया LeadIT हमारा साझा प्रयास है ताकि इंडस्ट्री ट्रांजिशन को बल मिले, लो कार्बन टेक्नोलॉजी और इनोवेशन को गति मिले और ये जल्द से जल्द और आसानी से ग्लोबल साउथ को भी मिले। अपने पहले चरण में LeadIT ने आयरन और स्टील, सीमेंट, एल्यूमिनियम, ट्रांसपोर्ट जैसे सेक्टर्स में ट्रांजिशन रोड मैप और नॉलेज शेयरिंग पर फोकस किया। आज 18 देश और 20 कंपनीज इस ग्रुप के सदस्य हैं। फ्रेंड्स, भारत ने अपनी G20 अध्यक्षता में सर्कुलरिटी स्ट्रेटेजीज में वैश्विक सहयोग पर बल दिया है। आज इसे आगे बढ़ाते हुए हम LeadIT उसमें एक नया अध्याय जोड़ रहे हैं। आज हम LeadIT 2.0 लॉन्च कर रहे हैं।
इस फेज के 3 मुख्य फोकस होंगे। पहला, इंक्लूसिव और जस्ट इंडस्ट्री ट्रांजिशन। दूसरा, लो कार्बन टेक्नोलॉजी का को डेवलपमेंट और ट्रांसफर। और तीसरा, इमर्जिंग इकोनॉमीज में इंडस्ट्री ट्रांजिशन के लिए वित्तीय सहायता। यह सब संभव करने के लिए भारत स्वीडन इंडस्ट्री ट्रांजिशन प्लेटफॉर्म भी लॉन्च किया जा रहा है। इससे दोनों देशों की सरकारें, इंडस्ट्री, टेक्नोलॉजी प्रोवाइडर, रिसर्चर्स और थिंक टैंक्स जुड़ेंगे। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि हम सब मिलकर अपनी भावी पीढ़ी के भविष्य के लिए एक नई ग्रीन ग्रोथ स्टोरी लिखने में सफल होंगे। मैं एक बार फिर अपने मित्र और को होस्ट स्वीडन के प्रधानमंत्री हिज एक्सेलेंसी उल्फ क्रिस्टरसन और आप सबका आज इस इवेंट में भाग लेने के लिए हृदय से बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Your Excellency. I would now like to invite His Excellency Mr. Ulf Kristersson, Prime Minister of Sweden, to provide his special remarks on this occasion of the launch of the India-Sweden Industry Transition Partnership.
Thank you so much. It's hard to have an incomprehensible name. I'm sorry for that. Honorable Prime Minister Modi, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really proud that Sweden and India today are launching LeadIT 2.0 and a strengthened partnership to accelerate green industrial transitions. New technologies need to be implemented, industrialized and spread. The Sweden-India Industry Transition Partnership will focus on hard-to-abate industries. Just a few years ago, we talked about heavy-emitting industries like iron, steel, quicklime, cement, concrete, and aluminium as very hard or even almost impossible to abate. And the steel industry alone accounts for some 8% of global emissions. Today, we are experiencing a green industrial revolution based on electrification of energy-intensive industries, production of fossil-free steel, electrofuels, critical raw materials, car batteries, quicklime, and more creates jobs and creates growth. In northern Sweden alone, expected investments over the coming years amount to more than 110 billion US dollars, and that is much in small Sweden. In 2021, Swedish industry produced the first fossil-free steel ready for market delivery. With courage and visions, we see the development and growth of new solutions. Globally, demand for green and low-carbon solutions are growing. We see smaller startups collaborating with the old established giants. By cooperating along value chains from local to global level and collaboration between companies, municipalities and countries, we can achieve sustainable growth and reduce climate emissions together in Sweden, in India, and globally everywhere. LeadIT members have launched, supported and contributed to a multitude of initiatives tackling many of the challenges to industry transition. In doing so, LeadIT's original mission to build momentum on industry transition has been achieved. But still, industry is set to be the largest source of global emissions by 2030. Climate action in the sector is therefore critical for limiting global warming to meet the goals of the Paris Agreement. Industrial development is vital for the social and economic prosperity of emerging markets and developing economies. It is essential to support economies that wish to align industrial development with ambitious net zero commitments. International cooperation for industry transition in emerging markets and developing economies remain fragmented and piecemeal. At the same time, the lack of commercially viable low-carbon technologies and the long investment cycles in industrial sectors risk locking in carbon emissions for decades to come. With that in mind, we have decided to collaborate to strengthen relevant institutions and policy frameworks, to co-develop technology, to collaborate on research and innovation, and to mobilize investments in the transition. This year also marks 75 years of bilateral good relations between our two countries. Sweden and India have a long-standing tradition of cooperation. We both aspire to become climate neutral and sustainable nations with strong emphasis on research and innovation, green industrial transition and digitalization. Indian companies are very present in the green transition in Sweden, and correspondingly, Swedish companies are very active in India. I do look forward to work with India and other LeadIT members on the journey to a zero-carbon future with new jobs and economic growth. India and Sweden have, through the establishment of the Industry Transition Partnership, created a model that not only strengthens our bilateral cooperation, but also trailblazing example for others to follow and demonstrates a more effective way to cooperate internationally. So let's engage together and make what seemed impossible very possible. Thank you so much.
Excellencies, thank you very much for those remarks. I'm going to ask you, I know you have many other engagements that are very pressing, and thank you for your attendance and your remarks here today. I invite you to leave the stage to my right here. We'd like to take a photograph in front of the posters here, if that is possible, please. Thank you. But everybody, please stay in your seats, because we will be hearing from a number of other key stakeholders.
आप दुबई से देख रहे थे, जहां पर प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने स्वीडन के प्रधानमंत्री के साथ संयुक्त